Joined now by Dave Holmes and Adam King from 10 TV, along with Timmy Hall and former Buckeye receiver DeVere Posey. Both are now with 97.1 The Fan. All right, Dave. Michigan finally beat the Buckeyes a year ago. Jim Harbaugh finally got that victory. After the game, Harbaugh and some of his folks had some not so nice things to say about Ohio State. Matter of fact, they questioned the Buckeyes' toughness, said they were soft. Ohio State went through a lot of changes because of that. They got new defensive coaches and everything, and they're still burning, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, everything Ohio State has done in the last 365 days has been a reaction to what Michigan did to them in Ann Arbor. And Jim Harbaugh kind of tried to walk it back a little bit this week. He was asked about the third base Ryan Day comment, and he acted like he had never said it. He just said, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. So he's trying to walk that back a little bit. I wish Jim would have just said, you know what? We won the game. I was feeling myself a little bit. I made a comment. It's all in good fun. It's a rivalry. I didn't, rip the guy apart. I just took a little shot. I think it's healthy banter. We've heard it from both sides. So, yeah, the Buckeyes are clearly fired up. Everything about this year is because of what happened last year.
You know, DeVere, bulletin board material is part of this rivalry. Yes, and former Buckeyes have said you never want to be that guy that ends up on their bulletin board. Yeah. With that said, is this stuff on Ohio State's bulletin board? Do they need reminded of it, or have they been on a slow burn for the last 365 days?
Honestly, Dom, I feel like even C.J. Stroud from the Heisman ceremony has been on a slow burn from the comments of Desmond Howard. I mean, these guys are highly competitive. They understand the implications of this rivalry, and obviously this year being one of the biggest rivalries since 2006, these guys are ready to go.
Adam, after the game, Jim Harbaugh said, some people are standing on third base. They think they hit a triple, but they didn't. Now, most of us agree he was talking about Ryan Day. He inherited this team and all that. With that said, is he trying to get in Ryan Day's head?
Well, I thought he was talking about Dave Holmes.
Is he trying to get in Ryan's head?
I think, of course, he is. He's trying to say to Ryan that this isn't your Buckeye team. This is Urban Meyer's Buckeye team that you've been successful with. And at this point, he has no ground to stand on going into this season. This is Ryan Day's quarterback. It's Ryan Day's offense, Ryan Day's defense. So if Ryan Day beats him this year, I mean, I think the man hit a home run because he finally won with his team, and he can't hear any more about Urban Meyer or recruiting classes from Urban or any of that. And that's what Jim Harbaugh was trying to say. You beat me once with Urban Meyer's team. You couldn't beat me with my team. Well, they also ducked him that 1 year, so he's only gotten 2 shots.
Yeah, they did. They didn't play. I mean, that was COVID-related, Timmy Hall. And Timmy Hall, I will, and I've used this line before, and I like it.
Don't say it.
This year's game is played in Ohio Stadium, not on third base. But it does not sound like Ryan Day and Jim Harbaugh are going to be trading Christmas cards anytime soon. There's no love lost between these two guys. It sounds like the rivalry's back. I don't know if it's going to get to the 10-year war, but this is good for the rivalry, isn't it?
I'll say it this way. I've enjoyed this 20-year stretch because, I mean, if you're really being true and honest with this, and if this is the greatest rivalry of all time, well then Ohio State still has work to do, right? If you're looking at the history of this rivalry, the Buckeyes still trail. So they needed an emphatic 20-year period. Who knows? Like, that might have been the golden era of Ohio State football, where they win a couple national championships, have the record against that team up north that they did. You say, this is good for the rivalry. I'm one that tends to enjoy beating your rival. I'll say it right now. I think you're an insane person if you were actually rooting for Michigan to win the game last week. Sit back, watch. If it happens, it happens. And then you get the 11-0s, and then you deal with that. You might be nervous all week about it going in, but you could cheer for Michigan.
Wait a minute.
Let me play.
I wanted Michigan to win.
Here it goes.
Yeah, he had to win.
He has taken a shot at you.
I know what he's doing. I know exactly what he's doing. And clearly, you listened to Bo and I on Tuesday mornings, and Bo and I both are on the same page. Why do you want to beat a football team that's terrible? If you talk to the players that actually played the game of football and play on Saturdays, you know what? They want Michigan at their best when they beat them.
We want them healthy. We want all their dogs out there. From them. Yes, just like they took it from us.
You were the man of the people.
Why do you want to play a bad team?
No more.
don't twist these words. I am not saying that I want them bad.
I can hear perfectly.
I am saying that you cannot root for them to be good. There is a
I can see
clear
that. There's a line.
difference.
There's a
in the-
line.
There's
I want
a
them
clear
undefeated.
difference.
There's a line.
If they're
I want-
undefeated, they're
Oh.
undefeated, and that's going to go down in the history books like this game on Saturday is going to go. But to root week after week for them to win, I don't. The injury thing, of course. You know, I don't need my referees younger than 55, but I don't want my players injured. I would like to see Blake Corum out there. You want to see them full throttle because you're going into this game, of course. But cheering for them for this matchup, the matchup is going to be what it is. It's still a rivalry to me. I said it before. The Buckeyes still have work to do in the long game here to catch
He's
up.
taking a shot at the leather helmet depression era Buckeyes who couldn't get the job.
Tim
done.
Come on,
Hall
guys.
versus
What's the-
Dom
yeah.
Tiberi, pay-per-view.
He's a
love
die-hard
it.
Buckeye.
Let me just say this. I don't think there's a player on Michigan's team that is alive the last time Ohio State lost to him in Ohio Stadium. So there, you got that. There
we go.
22 years.
There we go.
I mean,
Pretty
it-
good
is
run,
that-
Probably a
right?
23-year-old on
Pretty
that
good
team.
run.
When you beat them every year, and when they're bad every year, you know.
You know, I think it's wonderful for the rivalry.
Well, you know what?
Thank you for the correct answer, Timmy Hall. And with that,
I've enjoyed most of this. Great stuff, guys. Be sure to keep it on 10 TV and 97.1 The Fan for all your big game and Buckeye football needs.